Hi, welcome to the tutorial on Virtual Batch Queues. The objectives of this tutorial are to understand virtual host setup, verify mandatory setup for virtual hosts, create and submit non-default job queues, and manage virtual host job queues. Virtual batch queues will enable Enterprise One to meet cloud elasticity needs for batch processing. Using a virtual host name, you can tie multiple Enterprise One batch processing servers to a virtual host name. Before creating and submitting job queues, you must verify that the system has been set up correctly to run as a virtual batch host with a virtual batch queuing environment. To verify that the UBE output to database option is enabled, navigate to the Work with Default Output Locations program. Click Search to select the data. It is recommended to set the default output location column to database or as an override value to file system plus database for specific reports. Next, to verify the virtual host configuration, access the Work with Locations and Machines web program P9654W. Click Search to select the data you will use to define the location. In the lower section of the Power Form, select the Virtual Host tab. Note that the virtual host section shows that the virtual host is configured with a machine name. Now, verify that the database data source is the same used by the JAS and development clients. Select the data source and click OK. Click Search and then filter by object owner to see all database mapping records used by the JAS and development clients. The actual servers will have their regular database data sources. The virtual host also has a database data source. Repeat the steps for a different data source. You have now verified that the actual and virtual hosts have valid database data source records in the client and the server database mapping tables. Next, verify the logical data sources. On the logical data sources machine search and select form, select a data source and click OK. Click Search to see all the server map records used by the JAS and development clients. Note that the actual servers have their regular logic map sources. The virtual host VBQ Cloud also has a logical map data source. Repeat this for different data sources and verify the server map records used by the enterprise servers. Next, we will verify that the OCM mappings are configured correctly for clients and servers for UBE submission using a virtual host. Use the fastpath to navigate to the OCM shortcut for object configuration mapping. On the machine search and select form, select the OCM data source and click OK. Use the search by query option to filter using the environment, object name and object type fields and then click search. The AV mapping in the object status column is the virtual host VBQ Cloud. Repeat these steps to examine an enterprise server OCM. Note that the active mapping in the object status column is the virtual host VBQ Cloud. You have now confirmed that the default UBE mapping for the client and the server will be the virtual host for this environment. Next, verify that the default queue is configured for a virtual host from the Job Queues program. On the Job Queues Work with Job Queues form, from the form exit, select Virtual Host Queues. You can see the default queues for the virtual host in the Power Form. You can also see in the lower section of the Power Form the queues of all hosts that are part of the virtual batch host and if those queues are active or not. Next, verify the configuration of virtual host enterprise servers. To do so, navigate to the Work with Virtual Host program P9655. You have now confirmed that the enterprise servers are functional and available for scheduling jobs. In addition to the above steps, you must also configure hosts that participate in a virtual batch cloud to automatically start the kernels, especially the Q and the XML publisher kernels. From the server manager, after selecting the enterprise server, set the configuration tab to basic and then select the kernel definition screen from the configuration side menu. For each server in the virtual batch host, confirm that at least one Q kernel, UBE kernel and one XML publisher kernel if you use embedded BI publisher are set to auto start. Now that we have verified the mandatory setup task for virtual host, let's now see how to create and submit non-default job queues. Access the Work with Job Queues program P986130. From the form menu, select Virtual Host Queues. On the Work with Virtual Host Job Queues form, enter the virtual host name and click Find. On the lower part of the Power Form, click Add and add a job queue on two different hosts using the Job Queue Revisions form. The newly added job queues should now be displayed on the Work with Actual Host Job Queues form. Access the batch application R008P from the Batch Versions Work with Batch Versions program. To add a new version, click Add and then enter the version and the version title. Now let's see how to submit new version specifications for a report to a non-default job queue by overriding the job queue during report submission. Select the version that was created and then click OK to submit the job. On the batch versions version prompting form, select Advanced from the row menu and then select the override job queue and submit version specifications only checkboxes and click OK. Click Submit and then select the override queue and click OK. From the Work with Batch Versions form, select Submitted Jobs from the form menu. You can now see your submitted jobs. To view the output of your report, navigate to the Submitted Outputs form and then click View Output. You can see the host and the actual host names. If you repeat the job submission, you can see that the actual host on which the job is run is different from the actual host for your first run. Now that we've seen how to add a job queue and submit a custom version to a non-default job queue, let us see how to manage job queues. To resubmit a job, access the Work with Server Jobs program. On the Submitted Job Search form, select Resubmit Jobs from the form menu. Now, select Done and then click Find. To resubmit a job to the virtual server, start by selecting the checkbox in the Resubmit column next to the job you want to resubmit. Then, enter the new host name and the new queue number and click Submit. You can see the newly resubmitted job by clicking Find in the Submitted Reports form and then clicking View Output. You can also move jobs that are in waiting status. To move a job, access the Work with Server Jobs program. From the form menu, select Move Jobs. Then, select the Wait option and click Find. To move a job to the virtual server, start by selecting the checkbox in the Move column next to the job you want to move. Then, enter the new host name and the new queue number and click Submit. You can see the newly moved job by clicking Find in the Submitted Reports form. Then, click View Output to view the job you moved. To learn more about virtual job queues, visit us online at learnjd.com. Thanks for watching.